So what happens if your stimulus check bounces? What?
Yo, haha, Magnificent.
What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Magnificent coming back with another sneaker review. And today we have the Jordan 1 Court Purples. Compliments of the sneakers app, because I kind of got real lucky when it came to this. If you are kind of new to the channel, you didn't know what was going on, last Saturday I actually went after the 700 V3 Albas. Those shoes right there were hard to get. Finally had them in, did the review, but just for you know what and giggles, I went on the sneakers app to see if I could actually cop the Jordan 1 Court Purples. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, you know what, it may not be worth getting the shoe, but I think those people that are thinking that are the ones that were able to get the Court Purples from, I think it was last year, as well as the Pine Greens, because the first version of the Pine Greens, the first version of the Court Purples were more sought at. So your boy took the L on both of them last year. This year, I've actually managed to get the Jordan 1 Pine Greens. Now, even though a lot of people weren't high on this, again, I think that these are the same people that may have gotten the Pine Greens, the first version, prior to this version coming out this year. For those of us who are looking at the Court Purples for the first time in hand, as well as the Pine Greens of this year, I think that you should be excited. You should be excited, because in the sports world, when you think about it, whether you're a hockey fan and you like the LA Kings, whether you like the, you're a baseball fan, you like the Colorado Rockies, for football, if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, and then obviously for baseball, obviously for basketball, if you are, let me bring this out, because if you are a basketball fan, NBA fan, you gotta have what, right? All right, feel me? So, ironically, this is a Nike's Lakers jersey, Kobe Bryant. But you see, you have that hit of purple, and I think that this version, the Court Purple, will probably pop off a lot more than I think the Court Purple 13s that dropped last year. So this was coveted. Don't think that this was not coveted. It was definitely coveted. Now, the material, from what I understand, obviously with the first version with the Court Purples and the Pine Greens, was a lot better than this, but I want to see or give them a comparison, because I think I know or have an idea of what the color blocking scheme, the material they use, the type of leather that they use on this version. I want to kind of compare it to a Jordan 1 that I've seen before. So, without further ado, we'll do the on feet, and I'll actually show you a quick way to look for fakes. Fake Jordans that are circulating in the game, in the aftermarket. There's certain things that I'm noticing about the Jordan 1s that are authentic versus the ones that are fake. So certain things you need to watch out for before you cop a Jordan. A Jordan 1, in my opinion, these Jordan 1s that we see every day, different color schemes, different color blocking, I feel like it's the easiest shoe in the world in terms of Nike to be mass produced, replicated, I should say. Simply because it's just a Jordan 1 that it's the same design. So it's over and over and over again, and it doesn't take much to put it all together in the warehouse. Can't really do that with a Nike Adapt basketball shoe that has Bluetooth technology, works in synchronization with the Nike app. That's kind of harder, obviously, to replicate. But when it comes to shoes like Jordan 1s, which is common and popular in the shoe game, this is the most replicated shoe. And I'll tell you where I'm getting at right after this review. So let's just get this thing opened up. Of course, you got the Nike's Just Steal It box. But you know what? We're all at home, so I don't think it really matters that they put the sticker on there, because we're home. Right? So anyway, let me get this thing open real quick. And, ooh, this one actually came with a receipt. Put this back here. Wouldn't even come out. There's a Nike receipt right here. And traditional Nike Air Jordan 1 box. I'm gonna put this over here. Ooh. Okay. And of course, don't forget, check everything. Everything. Even to the art style. I believe it's, this one is, oh, you can see right here, it's 5508088, and I think the last three numbers is a 500. Oh, I'm good. Because the reason why I put this up and I'm pointing to this portion on the sticker The Pine Greens, if I'm not mistaken, is 030. It's the same number as the 555 088, but I think let me look. Let me double check. Yeah, this one's 030. So this is 030. And this is 500, indication that these are court purples. Now, what was so ideal about this? I know that there's been some restocks. There's been plenty of restocks on the court purples. The problem is when a restock happens, and I just want everybody to know, when a restock happens, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to restock in your size. A restock could mean, hey, we got some 14s available, size 12s available, maybe some size 10s. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a restock in every single size. And 12.5 is so tough to get. I cannot stress this enough. Unfortunately, that is my size when it comes to Jordan 1s. I can't wear a size 13 sometimes because it's just too much room in the front. I can't wear a size 12 because it's not enough room in the front. This is just right. That half size makes the difference. So that's why I have to get size 12.5. And again, restocks on 12.5 does not really happen because it's mostly sold by Nike. Once in a while, depending on the number of shoes that are created or produced, Foot Locker may have some, Eastbay may have some, etc. But most of the times it's Nike, and it's hard to get this size. But anyway, all that raving and ranting, let's get to the shoe. And don't forget, when you have that box, gotta have that little stamp in there. You know what I'm saying? You can't open this box up and not have that stamp in there. That's a red flag right there from the start. We'll actually do a black light testing, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of looking for what to look for on a Jordan 1 shoe. Now, looking at this, yes, this reminds me of the Jordan 1. Is it Blue Royals? I think it's Game Royal or Blue Royal. The ones that came out about 2 years ago, because the color blocking looks exactly the same with these court purples. I feel like, oh my God. Bro, what? I don't know if y'all can see that. What is up with the extra laces? The extra laces that they provided with these court purples, they don't match up with the actual color scheme of the upper, right? So it's kind of weird. It's really weird. I'm looking at like 2 tones of purple and these laces, even though I don't know. It's just real weird. But anyway, going back to the shoe, yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Game Royals because of the color scheme. It was exactly the same color blocking all around. It's just that the shoe is blue. This is purple. Quite frankly, the only difference I could tell, it looks like the leather on the side panel is soft, but it's softer on the outside than it is on the inner. I don't know if anybody caught that. Like, if you look at how wrinkly the side panel is on the outside versus the side panel on the inside, like this feels more synthetic than this side. I don't know, is that both shoes? It's kind of weird looking at it. It's almost like a soft tumbled leather, and then this side is like real hard leather. That's interesting. But anyway, I finally got the court purples in the lineup along with the pine greens of this year, so I can at least say I have both of them. You can call them version 2 if you want. But most importantly, I wanted to get this shoe because I wanted to have some shoes to match up with the late great Kobe Bryant and my Nike jersey, and you can see that this is going to blend very well. I think I'll do a thumbnail, likely do a thumbnail with this and this combining it, so you can see how it pops. And it does pop. It does pop. But with all that said and done, actually, I was going to do the on feet, but then I realized, I don't know. I'm still waiting on decisions on what shoes I want to keep and what shoes I'm going to quit or pass on. This is kind of in the middle. I decided to keep these pine greens because I'm an Eagles fan, and I would only wear this just because I have the Kobe Bryant Lakers jersey. But should I do the on feet or should I just do the black lighting? You know what? Technically, I'll do the on feet. I'll do the on feet, but I'll leave the laces as is. I'm gonna leave the laces as is, because at least you can see it on feet. You ain't gonna see it laced up, but at least you see it on feet. And some people do wear the shoes like this. Like they don't want the Jordan 1 tied down. They actually put the tongue out to me that looks like Adidas, but that's a whole nother story. Actually, I'll do it that way. It's kind of weird to get this shoe and see some dust on it. Make sure there's no if you know what I'm getting at there. But your boy Magnificent, let's first do the black light so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about in terms of what to look for, especially when you get a Jordan 1 and you're not sure whether it's authentic or not. This doesn't necessarily mean that it's definitely fake, but it's a red flag. It's something that I'm seeing on a lot of different Jordans that should not be happening on certain Jordans that I keep seeing coming from me when I give, the real pair to a company and then the company sends me back a fake pair. The okey doke is what I'm trying to get at. So don't think that you can only get scammed by buying a shoe. Apparently you can get scammed by selling a shoe. You bring in like this authentic pair right here, straight from Nike. You saw it, I saw it. Copy the sizing tag, make sure everything matches up in terms of the sizing tag on the left and the right, and the UPC code that's featured on the box, the shoe box itself. Because yeah, you can get scammed by selling, believe it or not. Yeah. So if your shoe, you know that is authentic and you verified that both shoes are 12 and a half, not naming any names, but then it comes back that you sent the wrong shoe and they send you a pair of fakes. So that is a scam in itself. Whole nother story. I actually went through that on a different video, but without that all said and done, let's just get into the whole black light. Then I'll kind of reinvent the wheel and try to do the on feet and go from there. So your boy Magnificent, I'm out, and I will be back maybe even tomorrow, because tomorrow are the DMP 6s at 10 o'clock, but I think also the Yeezy 350 linens are dropping. So oh man, this is a crazy year for back-to-back shoes. So much stuff coming out. All the gibbering done. Let's just get to the shoe review in terms of the what to look for under the black light and also the on feed. Your boy Magnificent, I'm out. You guys stay blessed. All right, so real quick, turn that black light on. This is what I was talking about in terms of the Jordan 1 and most Jordan 1s. You will not see this glow. This should never glow. What I mean by that is what I'm seeing on the fakes, at least the fakes that were sent to me from, I'll call them, it rhymes with Clock X. But you see how this is lighting up because of the type of lacing, it's white lacing. So white lacing is typically going to light up like this. This should not light up on the toe box right here. So if your toe box is lighting up within those circles, I'm going to tell you right now, that is a fake. And you're probably looking at a side-by-side of the actual shoe that was sent to me by Clock X. I'll put Clock X. It rhymes with Clock X. And as soon as I looked at the toe box and saw that this portion was glowing like this, yeah, that was fake central. So your boy Magnificent, let's do the on feet and go from there.